is making the rounds to reinforce the ceasefire that ended the latest fighting between Israel and Hamas militants in Gaza. Earlier, Blinken met with Israel's Prime Minister in Jerusalem. He said the losses on both sides are profound, and he also promised US help in rebuilding Gaza. That is a daunting job. Blinken warned that rebuilding trust won't come easy either.
There's a lot of hard work ahead to restore hope, respect, and some trust across communities. But we've seen the alternative, and I think that should cause all of us to redouble our efforts to preserve the peace and improve the lives of Israelis and Palestinians alike.
CNN's Nick Robertson is in Ramallah, where Blinken and Mahmoud Abbas have been meeting. Hadas Gold is in Jerusalem, and it's in Jerusalem that I want to start, Hadas, with the Israeli perspective, if you will. What did the Prime Minister have to say today?
Well, Benjamin Netanyahu thanked the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, and President Joe Biden for their steadfast support of Israel's right to defend itself. Also thanking them for the American help in replenishing the Iron Dome missile defense system. We did make some comments about any sort of plan or path towards formal peace with the Palestinians. He said that he thanked President Biden for his comments regarding the need to recognize a Jewish independent state for anybody who wants to make peace with Israel, lasting peace. But he also had this warning, you could call it, regarding this only days-old ceasefire. Take a listen.
We too will give meaning to our commitment to our self-defense. If Hamas breaks the calm and attacks Israel, our response will be very powerful.
So there you go. You can just hear that while the ceasefire is holding, which is the headline of the last few days, that the ceasefire is holding, that it is still tense and that there's still a lot to be worked out in order to keep the ceasefire going. The Netanyahu mentioning there are several that Israel is concerned about the remains of 2 Israeli soldiers that are still they believe still in Gaza, as well as the status of 2 Israeli civilians that are still in Gaza. He did bring that up. He also brought up, I think it's important to note, Iran. It goes to show you how important the possibility of the U.S. re-engaging with the Iran nuclear deal is to Israelis here. And keep in mind also, just a few days ago when the German foreign minister was here, Netanyahu gave a piece of a drone that Israel shot down that they said was an Iranian drone launched from either Syria or Iraq. He gave a piece of that to the German foreign minister. And once again, bringing up Iran with the Secretary of State, saying that he hopes that the Americans will not return to the Iran deal of 2015. That was sort of a point of tension, you could call it, between Netanyahu and the Secretary of State during this press conference.